All right, this is what's called factoring. We are changing an expression that looks like that, and we are changing it into what's going to be called factored form. Two expressions inside of parentheses. When we multiply those two expressions together, they will be equal to that thing. Here's how we do it. These 8 steps take us perfectly through it. Step 1, we're going to rewrite the first term in the first box. First term is x squared. My second step says rewrite last term in last box. My last term is negative 14. So I write negative 14 inside my box. Step 3 says multiply first term by last term and put it in the top of the x. Here's our x. Our first term, multiply with our last term, is negative 14x squared. Remember, anytime that you're multiplying a number with a variable, even if that variable has an exponent on it, it's just that number and variable smushed together. Step 4 says, rewrite middle term on bottom of x. Our middle term is 5x. We rewrite it on the bottom. Step 5, this is the trickiest part. You're going to find factors that multiply to the top number, but add or subtract to the bottom. The key with subtract, with that or, is if you see a negative sign in the original problem, which we do, here it is, a negative sign, we are going to subtract to the bottom number, especially because this is a negative 14. So, next thing we need is our factor chart. We're going to find 14 on our factor chart, and we're going to list all the factors of 14. I have 1 times 14, and I have 2 times 7. Now I'm deciding, I'm asking myself that question again. Which 2 factors multiply to 14, but subtract to a 5? Hopefully you're thinking 2 and 7. So I'm gonna write a 2, and I'm gonna write a 7. But as I write it right now, that's a positive 2 and that's a positive 7. That would make a positive 14. We want a negative 14. So we need one of these numbers to be negative. Which one? Well, we can kind of just guess and check. If you do 2 minus 7, well, that's a negative 5. We want a positive 5. So let's try putting the negative on the 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. It works. Once when you found your 2 numbers, just throw in an x on both of them, because we need to make x squared. X times x, x squared. So it all works. Negative 2 times 7 is a negative 14. X times x is x squared. 7 minus 2 is 5. It all works. You can kind of think of this as like a lock. You're trying to unlock this lock, and the key to the lock is your factors. But the key of it is knowing which one might be negative. Again, if your original expression was all positive numbers, there's all plus signs, then you're just going to have all positive numbers here as well. You're going to be adding to the bottom number. You don't even need to worry about negatives. But since this problem does have a negative in it, you do have to worry about which number gets the negative sign. All right, I know it's a lot, but hang with me. We're almost done. This is the hardest part. Once when you found your 2 factors, all you got to do is rewrite them inside your box. And now we're doing what's called reverse box method. That's what step 7 says. So we just did step 6. Step 6 says rewrite factors inside box, which is what we did. Step 7, reverse box method. So all I'm doing is I'm saying whatever's on the side and whatever's on the top multiplies together to make this box. So x times x makes 2x. Whatever's on the side times whatever's on the top makes this box. X times what makes 7x? 7. X times what makes negative 2x? Negative 2. From there, all we have to do is we rewrite our answer pieces in parentheses. So our answer is x plus 7, x minus 2.